heard the song on the like on YouTube Music, like the official Tom Morello like recording of it. It is much higher quality in the actual song than it is in this game. Like this game, it just sounds like kind of mixed weird. Maybe that's my own personal settings on the audio.
It's probably also because like 14 has the service you can pay for better sound.
Yeah, maybe.
That shouldn't affect music though.
I don't think.
It depends on if you do like the surround sound stuff or whatever.
No, it never.
Oh, is it just in game? Either way.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Welcome back to level
I'll
100
look at it
content.
closely.
Everybody. Now would be a good time to summon your dance partners, buddy your cardia. Go ahead and take a look at your food. Hit the button. Boom. Now you've been eaten. Check your gear. Make sure that you have the correct gear that is melded accordingly. Repaired to a satisfactory level. And yeah, you have pots available for you. I think at this point, I would be comfortable saying we should be potting through our opener, and then pots come up sometime in like the 6-minute-ish window. So let me know when you're good to go. Any one of these can be a clear, as long as we, generally speaking, move as a unit when we need to, and we survive the oncoming damage. Try it out.
The president must pay for his crimes. Give him what for, champion.
Got ones, double. Got ones next. Next up will be double healer, then double DPS. A bit too close.
Can they recover from this?
We'll reset.
Can we position more if you're like 1 and 2? Like, I couldn't move up at all. Gosh, you were too far behind.
I was like on the wall when I got hit.
Might be
No,
the
Instead of like standing out here when you're about to go next, just stand up here.
The president must pay for his crimes. Give him what for, champion.
That way, like I can slide forward.
well, just
I'll just slide forward anyways.
yeah, just do it anyway. It's just assume that when it goes off, he'll be at his wall spot. And there's some real fun people in Party Finder like don't even go in at all. It's silly, but yeah, the wall people should always take it as close as you can when it actually goes off.
I can't believe you would call out Rupert like this.
I'm not calling out Rupert specifically, but Rupert, if you're watching, the summoner, just know that you are a terrorist.
They were not as bad as that caller.
I am intentionally bursting a single GC earlier because I need certain skills off cooldown. Otherwise, I will end up killing myself later. I don't put all my damage out, but if you're wondering, my battle litany's out a second earlier. Ones. Conga line. DPS are stacking. DPS are stacking. Follow the head.
His arm is slithering out. Oh, that's disgusting.
Find your little groups. Raid wide.
That was that good.
Thunder down. Can they recover from this?
Well, that was not me. Are we gonna see summit? Maybe another.
There's an overkill of 37,000.
I think my Dark Missionary only got some people, but even the people that got it died.
Do we have wings for that?
Wings were out.
Good wings. Yeah, they were up.
Okay. I don't know. I didn't see Adel, but I guess Dark Missionary might have missed some people. Seems like a
If
lot.
it is
I just
close, we might just want to throw a shield bit on it until we figure
No,
out.
it definitely should not be that close. Oh,
It shouldn't be typically, but
Did we have Veil on that? Wait, no. Do we usually have Veil on that? I don't even know.
I don't think.
No, we used Veil in the beginning.
Oh, yeah, it should be back up there, Dad.
one
No,
one
I
thing
do
just
think so.
for the party. If anyone knows that a button they were supposed to press didn't go out, if you say so, we can just move on.
Wait,
But
were we using Veil right now?
At the beginning.
We're using Veil at the beginning so that I can use Halos on
Yeah.
this one.
And the fixer is at 148, so it should be back up, right? It's 90 seconds.
I think it's 120,
And
isn't it?
if
Or is it 90?
There was a reason that I couldn't do it there. I don't remember what it was. I think it's not up for something later.
Let's run it back. I want to see if anything changes specifically on it. Kiko, can you just throw shield on us to see if it changes? And then we'll come back and see like if we were actually healthy and somebody missed anything.
I don't think we definitely don't need Veil for anything.
'Cause
I
we
don't think
we shouldn't necessarily need
can't.
anything weird, but someone's missing something, and instead of sitting here trying to figure it out, I'd rather run past
Eprog's
it.
not going to be enough though, because it's
I-
that was.
I-
I'm
37 over
expecting
K
something
overkill.
will
Rather figure
change.
this out. I'd rather us figure this out so that when we get there, we don't die again. Okay.
Does
I
it?
think
Does anyone know what had missed then?
we were missing Adel, and I think we
Me,
can just get
okay.
Veil there as well.
Okay, Adel will take like, is it 10 or 15? 10?
I mean,
think.
it's 10%. Well, we died by 30, 40,000, so take 10% of that, we still died by 16,000. Like, we died to 240,000 damage, right? Adel is only 10%. So,
How have we
that
been
only
surviving
boosts
before
the-
then?
I'm pretty sure we had, like.
Let's
you know
try.
what, let me do-
Let's.
I'll Dark Missionary later. The mid sheet
Yeah.
that was posted said to cover both, but I'll just make it so we get it for the fixer.
The logs are not up.
Sure. Let's try running it back, and we'll just make sure Dark Missionary is able to hit everyone, and Adel will be there. I don't know if we always live that super comfortably, but we've always lived that, so. I guess if there are some things with the that newer mid sheet thing, because I don't know if everyone's seen it, try to use that for the later mechanics if that ends up happening. Otherwise, we're gonna end up reprogging a lot of our mit currently, I think. I don't know if there's like a perfect solution. Got ones, double tank, double DPS. And ones.
Am I dumb? I'm dumb.
You're
We're
fine.
good.
You're fine.
Can they recover from
Are we
this?
good?
No.
Like it.
And they're back in action. Can they turn the tide?
I'll stand farther back for that. When it's double tank, I didn't realize how far back I need to be.
Gotcha. Generally speaking, max melee, like where we're standing now, is pretty good. First player should always be at the wall if they can, and then You know, the other person's kind of middle-ish.
The president must pay for his crimes. Give him what for, champion?
Got ones, double DPS, double healer after. Double DPS. Double healer. Ones.
His arm has a life of its own. Is this the power of the mythical in one? Oh no! The gore has lashed onto the champion. Don't panic.
Supports will be stacking. Supports are stacking. Follow the head. Follow the head.
His arm is slithering out. Oh, that's disgusting.
Find your little groups. Back in, we have wings, the chevron, the little arrow. Mitigation. Yeah, we were just missing a lot there for some reason last time. Act 2, if you're an A, pay attention to the drops. Drops are important.
Odds on it.
Watch out! That is one cruel coil.
Here we go. Everybody out. Very good. This is a splatter shed.
Evaded with applause.
Little AoE. Good. We're gonna get a little true directional. Remember, pointing these inward to the arena. Cardinals. Cardinals. Remember, north and south have to do their little swap on the wall.
Oh dear me, the ring's in pieces.
I need to pull up my
yeah.
cheat sheet.
I think
I know,
Moon,
it's
So often I
Bronze
think
Bud.
about it.
Moon was
Yeah.
gone.
Gone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I think he fell off or something originally. Easiest way to resolve that, as I will say, tell maybe people think the same way. If you always make it so that you're on a cardinal direction, so if I have a left-facing one, I make sure I'm on the cardinal east so that my left side is shooting inward to the arena. And if it's ever intercard, you just go clockwise. It's the easiest way to do it is you walk towards your cardinal first, and then you either rotate or you stay there. That'll always make it so you're in the vicinity of your safe spot. Always try to solve the cardinal first. Good to go? Your cheat sheet?
Yep.
Good. We're back. Ones, ones, then double DPS. Ones again. Double DPS. Double tank.
His arm has a life of its own! Is this the power of the mythical Lingua? Oh no! The gore has lashed onto the champion!
Supports will be stacking. Supports are stacking. Follow Dragonhead.
His arm is slithering out! Oh, that's disgusting!
Find your group. Wings at the arrow. Good. Act 2. If you are an A, take a look at the drop order of the blobs. That is important.
Oh, sorry, sorry.
Watch out! That is one cruel coil!
Here we go. Everyone out at B-side. Good. Splatter. Moon, do you have faint for this?
Attack evaded with aplomb.
Okay. I think this would be better for you to have it here. I was getting it before. Thought I'd get the fixer that comes next. Check which orientation you have. Install for the cardinal. Cardinal.
Adjust, Alan.
Good call. Nice job. Coming back in. Tanks are baiting their stuff. Everyone else getting ready to move. Big raid wide here. This is fixer, isn't it? Yeah. Big red wide. Gonna bait in the northwest corner by phase. 3 across, 1 back. Last drops in the middle. This is curtain call. This one's the one that hurts a lot. Supports are gonna be in the AoE. Supports are in the dragon head. DPS are behind it. Middle.
That was my fault.
DPS east, supports west. Go. Find a safe spot. We can healer LB when everything resolves. Maybe someone's gonna die first.
Oh,
Ladder set's gonna hurt. Try to heal Moon. Actually, there's no autos.
oh.
Healer LB. Yeah, it's fine. This is better actually. Tanks grab aggro.
I wanted to make sure to survive the splatter.
Yeah, this is good.
Oh, okay.
This is the normal Mortal Slayer. If you have to drop cast, you can do it. It is double DPS first, then double healer, then double tank. Double healer. I think double tank? Yeah, and then double other guys. Moon will take an auto, maybe. I don't know if he autos or not. Supports are on the top of the arrow, north of the arrow. DPS are behind the arrow.
Turn the tide.
Slaughter Shed is gonna hurt. I have my feint here. Find your side based on your roll. Left hand is going up first. We are knockback on 1, knockback on 1. In this little corner is safe. In this little corner here is safe. Try to find that inside corner. Inside corner is the safest way to get knocked back. Back to setting it up. Slaughter Shed. This will be... I don't think we have a feint on this. I think you have the third one. You can just do this for the vibes. Right side hand first. Just find a safe spot. You won't have any mechanic go off. Left side of the arena. West. West.
Regeneration be out of control.
Then go east. Just for your guys' practice, just heal yourselves up and we just do it with 2. You might take autos though. I don't know how much is going to happen. Slaughter Shed, big hit. Just try to find a spot. Right side is the hand that goes first. Knockback on 2. You can knock back immune the second he flinches.
Again and again, he
Like right now, he could flinch. He's preparing on the other side just in case it goes off early. Which it looks like it did, but he's safe. That is a good way to do it. And then enrage. Fairly good.
Where was that spot to stand on the square?
I can show you exactly right now. I think some people
Yeah.
left before. But if everyone follows me, whee! This inside corner is probably your best location to get knocked back from. Because what this does is when his hand comes down like right here. And so it'll knock you exactly to the 1 marker. If you are any bit north of that spot, you will likely die. If you're any bit south of that spot, you're probably fine. You'll just end up like closer to D. So that inside little corner there is your best lineup spot. If you like to immune it, do what Watch did. Immune the first one guaranteed so that the second one you can get knocked back from. If you do it right before he ends up attacking, like right when he flinches, you can knock back both. Knock back immune both. Cool.
Wait, I was in the right spot.
I guess that was just a smidgen.
That thing where we both died, Alice, you are, like, on the cardinal position. You are on the bottom of the plus. I am behind the dragon head.
Cool. Let's run it back. So far,
Oh.
so good.
Also, Alan, really loved watching you try to break that chain with me. Nice try. I am inevitable.
It just would not break.
Yeah, if someone's
I was-
dead, they stay on the ground and their chain doesn't go away.
Must pay for his crimes.
Faze was calling it, so I was trying not to laugh while you were running around.
Yeah. It's actually really good that we held the healer LB there, because enough people died to where we could res everyone. Like when I called it the first time, it was better to make sure we survived, so that was a good call. Got ones. Conga line, down the line.
His arm has a life of its own. Is this the power of the mythical club? Oh no! The gore has lashed onto the champion.
Supports will be stacking. Supports are stacking. Follow the dragon head.
His arm is slithering out. Oh, that's disgusting.
Find your little group. Got the arrow for wings. Nicely done. Remember, if you have an A, take note of the blobs when they drop. The order is important.
Other self.
Watch out! That is one cruel coil.
There we go. And everybody out. Very good. Well done. Splatter shed.
Another attack.
Splatter head. Who knows what it's called? Good. Remember to point these inward. Try to identify the cardinal first, and then you can rotate if you need to. Pointing them inward. Cardinals. Cardinals. Remember the north and south to do their little adjust.
Oh dear
Looks
me,
good.
the ring's in pieces.
Set up your little tank stuff. Okay. Big hit. Afterwards, we're going towards A. Or sorry, northwest, my bad. And then crossing through A. 3 down the line. 1 back, and 1 in the middle. This is going to hurt at the end of this resolution. Supports are going to get hit. Supports are getting hit. DPS hide behind. Middle. Middle. DPS east. Sports west. Go, go, go. Find a safe spot.
Oh no, they've been felled with a vengeance.
Big hit. Or slightly less big hit.
Do you have to sprint during that watch?
If you want uptime, probably, because you gotta run to the side and then run to the more safe spot.
I use sprint there, yeah.
Like, I didn't have sprint because I used it earlier. I just could not make that.
Mortal Slayer, look at the boss for the orbs. Got ones, then double tank, then double DPS, then ones. Double tank is next. Double DPS. Ones. Everyone back to middle. Slaughter shed stuffing, whatever. Sports above the marker, the arrow. Yep. Here's the attack, raid wide. Figure out what you got and where you need to be. Left hand is first. East side, east side. And then crossover. Pots coming up, pots. Line it back up in your groups. Here's buffs. Raid wide. I didn't end up seeing it. Knockback could be in this. Knockback now. Yeah. The, whatever DPS had the stack was far enough north that I couldn't tell which group was which. Make sure to be very clear which, like, stack up all the DPS, stack up all the support. You want to be on top of each other. Because the idea is that one person gets the stack in your group. So if that one person with the stack is too close to the other people spread out, it's hard to see which one's which. I ended up going to the wrong group first initially. And then I ended up not looking at the hands, but make sense? There's gonna be 3 people that have nothing, and their best indication is if there's a stack on top of them. That's why it's really important we be spread out enough during that bit.
DM. He's sliding into DMs.
Always am.
There's no picture for bread for supports.
It should
Yeah, I
be
should be more north.
should be main tank in the corner here, off tank
Yeah, but,
here
like-
because you can still maintain melee range, and then probably healer 1 in the corner, healer 2.
On the wall, and it
And
mirrors.
healer 1 has to
That
get there
time,
really fast, so everyone can orient
there was, like-
themselves relative to
There was
them.
actually like no space for me to be more north.
I think it was just a late adjust from others.
Yeah, you have to.
But,
This
yeah.
this mechanic's fun because you have to assume that everyone will be moving last minute into their spot. So trying to find out like where that anchor is, because like how Bach is mentioning, he has probably the easiest of like there's a corner, right, and he'll get to that corner. I think Alan and I have the hardest ones because we're in between 2 AOE's and 2 other people, so we just have to get as close as we can to that crack and just hope everyone else adjusts into their spots as well. It is a little scary sometimes, but
Yeah, I see where I need to go now.
the other bit is the spreads for the dragon head during curtain call. Are we fully clear on where those are? Because I don't know if I've seen everyone in a spot that is what was planned. It did resolve. If you pull up on our little raid plan, that should be slide 30. Just gonna copy and paste that image into general so that you see it. Everyone sees it. But it is melee 1 / main tank, off tank / melee 2, healer 1, range 1, healer 2, range 2. And you just like it should always be in that general lineup from north to south. Just when you end up behind the dragon head, sometimes that means you're in a little bit of a awkward-ish location. A very similar thing happens if we have the X pattern. I'm just gonna paste it again. You should also look at, if you're a support, look at the DPS and find your equivalency of that, because there are not a lot of safe spots, but there's a good amount of safe spots. Just try not to stack everyone in the same area, otherwise we will clip each other and kill each other. I'm gonna ask a ready check here.
Where's the boss during that? North?
During curtain call,
Yeah.
he should always. I mean, the boss is always north, right? Wall
Why is
boss.
the main tank and the off tank sprinting in the center, not like?
It's still, you can still reach the boss from there. Like right now, I'm in the center arena. I'm in the center arena right now, and I can still reach the boss. So
I see.
it's deceptive because there's no like scaling on the raid plans to show where the boss is. But
Yeah, it'd be like if I was standing right here.
yeah, you can hit him from most areas in the arena, except for certain dodge spots they have to do for the blobs on the ground. Make sense? We're 8 at 8. Let's go ahead and run it. From what I've seen, it's pretty good though. Like we're definitely in that ability to just pull out that clear. I'm gonna continually use LB3 after our tether break, because that is, generally
Is there a
speaking,
reason?
because I think that we have the ability to clear, even with like the 1 or 2 deaths. I think if you end up, oh, I didn't end up fainting that.
They're so damaged.
Basically, it's the best way to do it. You get LB1 in the at the end of the fight as well. It's the best way to guarantee the damage perspective. Healer LB3 is not as needed unless you're really learning it, and I'm not sure we would need that as much.
It would have helped there.
It's a tough call.
Oh,
Who knew they've been filled with a vengeance?
We're probably gonna have to reset this. Yeah. Sorry. Let me finish that thought just so we're not talking and while we're doing the mechanic. I think in a general sense we could LB3 for like the prog's sake, but we've seen every mechanic at this point. If we LB3 to bring everyone back, I don't think we clear. I think this check is tight enough where we do want that LB3 for melee in order to make sure we get that. And even if we have a death or two, I think you can still hit it as long as we're doing that LB there. So anyway, that's my thought. If we were still progging and haven't seen future mechanics, I would save it for LB3 on healer. But we've seen everything. Kika says she needs a second, I think. I think that's what that means. AFK sec is equivalent to BRB.
Yeah.
oh, it means AFK for 1 second. Duh.
Okay, sorry. I kept smelling like dog food. I needed to make sure one of the dogs didn't have an accident.
All good. Ready to roll?
Yep.
All right, split it. Split it up. Just think, once we kill this boss, we get to look at a new boss. It'll be fun.
The president must pay for his crimes. Give him what for, champion.
Got ones, then double DPS. Got ones, followed by ones. Double DPS. Double tank.
His arm has a life of its own. Is this the power of the mythical Linrod? Oh no! The gore has lashed onto the champion.
DPS will be stacking. DPS will be stacking. Follow the dragon head.
His arm is slithering out. Oh, that's disgusting.
Raid wide. Act 2. If you are an A, watch the blobs drop. The order is important.
Odds are north.
Watch out! That is one cruel coil.
There we go. Everybody out. Splatter shed in the middle. Raid wide.
Another attack evaded with a plum.
Check which direction you have. We're pointing these inward. Inner card. Enter card. This is gonna kill us. Unless you second wind right now. No.
And they're down. Can they recover from this?
Yeah. What a fun mechanic.
Find the cardinal. Rotate if it's inner card. That'll save you a lot of time. Run it back.
I don't know why my brain wanted to rotate the other way.
If you make it muscle memory, it'll come second hand. So definitely a lot less intimidating if you find like a constant way of however you want to think about it.
The president must pay for his crimes.
What if I'm not scared of mechanics? I'm just bad at them.
They'd see me after class.
What if I'm not bad at mechanics and just an EOMM agent?
Then you can see me after class.
Oh, okay.
Got ones. Double. Ones after this. Double DPS after. Then double tank.
His arm has a life of its own. Is this the power of the mythical Ligua? Oh no! The gore has lashed onto the champion.
Supports are stacking. Follow the dragon head.
His arm is slithering out. Oh, that's disgusting.
On the arrow. Good. Act 2. This. Do it. If you're an A, watch the blogs. The order is important.
I'll go north.
Watch out! That is one cruel coil.
Here we go. Everybody out. Splatter shed or head or however you want to call it, or raid wide.
Once again, they slip beyond their opponent's reach.
Space yourself out. Make sure you can see what mark you get. Try to solve the cardinal if you can. And then rotate clockwise if you need to. Intercard. It'll adjust. That looks good to me. This is the X shape. Eights. Fixer, raid wide. Grab him. Big hit. Everyone's starting on phase. We're going to go north and make a box. Headed towards one. And then headed back. 5 drops. DPS are getting hit. DPS are getting hit.
Whoa, that one's way too far.
DPS are getting hit. Supports are hiding behind. Middle.
Who knew they'd been felled with a vengeance?
Go.
8th way.
Find a safe spot. Little healer,
I
albeit.
am inevitable.
Wait till he dies.
Back in action. Can they
Who-
turn the tide?
Wait till they die. Splatter set.
Died.
Just make sure we're alive for this. Or let Alan go down and then healer will be. Should be no autos for now. This is fine. Make sure we have aggro. This is Mortal Coil. Or Mortal Slayer, whatever it's called. This is just normal look up. Same as the beginning. Is just ones down the line. It's just ones down the line. Conga. After all of the congas are done, we're meeting back on the arrow for splatter sheds. Supports, make sure you are well above. DPS, make sure you're well behind, enough that we can see each other. Mitigation for splatter. Or slaughter. I don't know what this is called.
Backward.
It is his left hand first. And knockback at 1, knockback at 1. And also knockback immune if you so choose.
No.
Oh my god.
One more. It's not gonna be pretty. This would be the pot window, but I wouldn't recommend it.
What the?
I didn't look, so take a guess. 50-50. Huge. He's gaming. You might be able to survive the next
That's
one,
rough.
but yeah, go ahead.
That's
Okay.
rough getting from one side to the other.
I would. I don't know if this is perfectly the best solution, but if I was you, if you have to go to the other side, what I would do is just pop knockback immune early. Well, not early, but like early enough, because what'll happen is you'll immune the one on the far side of the arena, and then you can just stand where you are and take the second one if it happens to catch. You can only do it once. He can do hands. He could also do dragon.
Okay.
There's no rhyme or reason, so it's kind of like a RNG. But for one of them, you can do the oh shoot button, which is what I typically would recommend for most melee-oriented characters and fizz range. For the casters, if you want to just burn one of them and then just know the other ones, you're just gonna have to haul. Not a lot of time. If anything, make sure you are south of that little safe spot we said, because if you get there late, there's a chance you just get knocked back way into this back corner. But if you're anywhere north of the marker, you will end up off the arena. Make sense?
Oh, the third splatter shed at the end, I can wings that if people stack out for it.
What's this
Kind of.
influence?
Because, well, we need to be spread. So I don't know
far
how
does Wings go?
Wings goes pretty far. I think what we'll just do is Alan will just kind of flash them, and maybe DPS can take a step back after. That might be the best way to do it. We'll have to see.
Is 8. Oh my god.
It's pretty far. It's further than the animation is, but it is also very
These arms,
specific.
like back here, from where watches.
Okay, so
Yeah,
yeah, if
I'm
you just do it from the front of your
8.
group, we'll get caught by it.
Yeah, okay.
That'll work. Otherwise, we're pretty close.
Also, with the inner card safe spot pattern, we had
Ooh.
a little bit of a puddle PvP action. If we want to clean that up. It should be one where we start, one north, one left, one back, one here, and then we have that last one where we all scatter.
Yeah. So that just to like over emphasize it. What he's talking about is when we're doing those drops, you just go to the edge of the drop every time. I think it's easy to assume that like you have to go to the edge of the arena, like on the west wall. We don't actually go there. You barely even make it to the 1 marker. If you
makes
want
it?
to, if you want to keep them tight.
That is not what happened. There was one.
We didn't. I was doing it at the edge, and a lot of people were doing it exaggerated, so it ended up looking like I cut everyone off.
No,
but
we
if-
did.
But if we all
There was
do it
one-
just to
there was
the
one
edge,
puddle that was way ahead of everything else. Like it wasn't even like a thing like between on the
It's
on the
fine.
wall.
It doesn't matter who did it. We just need to do it right.
yeah. So like just
Well, no, but like
Yeah.
There was a person that was convinced that they didn't do it wrong.
I wanna show what I'm talking about, but it's like at C,
Okay.
you go to 3 because that's at the edge. Your next spot should be like here. Most people were going to the 1 marker, but you don't have to go that far, right?
Yeah,
and
the
then
spot should be like here.
from there you go to there. The
Yeah,
last
but,
the
somebody was like over here.
that
already went.
might have happened. I think maybe
Well, that's
someone
what I'm
there still
talking
moved.
about. There was one person that was way ahead.
Okay, well I can't do the
Just
markers
let it
anymore.
clear it up. It's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
We know what to do.
But that just for everyone else, because I saw everyone was going really, really far, and I think that's what made people run. They probably ran like way ahead, thinking they were behind. After that, our 4th drop is where we started. The 5th drop is like in the middle of the arena, so that everyone can split from there. 5 drops. Make sense? Let's run it. Yeah, that's a good point. I think people just got caught up behind and then they ran forward, and it made all the baits really
Am I healer
PvP.
1 or am I healer 2?
Well, what?
You're healing 1.
Either one.
Yes.
I don't know, I always think about it the opposite way, because you know, the clock starts from the east side. And that's either one.
I need to reset. I was thinking about what you said, and I didn't even do my opening right. I was doing something completely wrong.
Oh dear, the challenger's fallen out of the league.
My bad.
I think it's just weird party finder shit, like how they put 1 at
They do it for
11 o'clock.
group
and
1
8
and
at 12
group.
o'clock.
They do it for group 1 and group 2. Is what the thing is.
Yeah.
Sorry. This is one of the fights that like specifically there's a weird opener to it. I butchered it so bad that it wasn't gonna be good.
Let's see.
The president must pay for his crimes. Give him what for, champion.
That double, then 1-1. Double, ones, and ones.
His arm has a life of its own. Is this the power of the mythical Ligworm? Oh no! The door has lashed onto the champion.
DPS are stacking. DPS are stacking. Follow the head.
His arm is slithering out. Oh, that's disgusting.
To the arrow. Big hit. Very good. Act 2. If you are an A, take a look at the blobs. The order is important.
Oh, auto self.
That is one
Here we go. And everybody out. Great. Splatter slaughter sheds. I always want to call it splatter. Oh, it is splatter. It's slaughter later. Oh. I know that. Now I don't feel so dyslexic or something. Here comes your little arrow directionals. Make sure you point them inward. Cardinal. Cardinal. Make your adjustment for north-souths. Looks good to me. Coming back in, we got the plus shape. Fixer on the arrow. Big hit. Gonna go stack in the northwest corner. 3 across the north. 1 south, and then 1 in the middle. There's 5 drops total. DPS will be getting hit. DPS are gonna get hit. Last drop. Follow the head. DPS are getting hit. Middle. Everyone middle. Go. Look for a safe spot. Nice. Come back to middle. Raid wide. This is the beginning of the fight. Looking at the, whatever this thing is called. Mortal something. Player.
Mortal Kombat.
One's down the line. Nice and easy, conga line. Once this resolves, we can meet up at the arrow. Or a slaughter shed. Make our little 2 groups. Mitigations. Left hand first. We're gonna go to east side for the cleaves, or whatever these are. Cross through. Hot window. Hot window. Line back into your groups. First is going out here. Raid wide. Check what you have. Right hand first. Knock back on 2. Knock back on 2. Great job. Set up your groups again. Last slaughter shed. Great wings. Check what you have. Left hand first. Knock back on 1. If you knock back immune, the boss is already dead. Yeah, he's actually straight up dead. Like, you just have to survive this AoE. Everything you possibly have, you just have to survive, and we get part 2. That's actually insane how much damage that was.
Wow, what a large raid wide.
The
If anyone hasn't seen this, we'll just stay quiet and let this play out.
To the champion! Huh? Is it the Lindworm's heart? It's pulsating. I've got a bad feeling about this.
It looks like
Yeah, Nidhogg eye.
like Nidhogg's eye and stuff. Yeah.
When you said that, I knew exactly where you were going. I've never looked at it this way.
My cutscene looks a
Ew.
little different.
It's contorting, transforming.
Oh, it's a Pepsi Man. Wait, it's Coke Man.
It's Shiva.
It's
Really
Blanket.
important thing if you've never done a door boss before, please hit the boss 3 times, then you can wall it.
Snake's alive.
Otherwise, you don't get the checkpoint.
3 times.
Just give it some breathing room. You know what I mean? Like, 'cause I've seen groups that like hit the boss with something that's like not really damaging, and then they end up dying.
We're gonna keep going, right?
Nah.
Yeah, have at her.
We'll do it full clean. We want new markers for this. It is important for the next resolution. Can't really do the next mechanic without them.
Can they recover from this?
All right, I am going to ask for a couple things. So I need everyone to use their ears to hear me. I'm going to use this next ready check. I want to know if everyone has an idea of how this first mechanic will resolve. That's the dark debuff, the fire debuff. I'm just trying to get a gauge of if you know how it generally works. We can practice it. Okay. How fresh are we, Akiko?
I have not had a chance to look.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to try to do my best to explain quick enough what is happening. Effectively, we're going to have set spots to stand. If you pull open the WTF dig, do you have that open?
Yeah.
This is probably best for everyone as well. We're looking at replication 1 in particular. There's a spot you have to start by standing there, okay? Your spot is always healer 2. You will always be here. For everyone's sake, your spot matters specifically. You don't have to be like really precise, but be ballpark in that location. You can't be, you're going to be next to someone else. They're going to get hit by the same debuff, AoE, whatever that you get hit by. You take it as a team, except for one team won't get hit. If you stack on top of each other, there's a chance you'll end up baiting things incorrectly. So one person is closer to 3 in this group on the southeast. One person on the southwest group is also close to 3. And so there's one person close to each cardinal in these different groups that we make. That will ultimately lead to you getting a dark debuff or a fire debuff. If you are hit with dark, you want to get hit by fire next. If you are hit by fire or nothing, because one group will get hit by nothing, they pretend they are fire, you want to then get hit by dark. I think it's best to just wipe seeing that so it happens, and then we'll explain how that next bit of resolution occurs, okay? So right now, because mitigation's all kind of whatever, if you want to look at that miss sheet, you can pop stuff in. It's probably best to just look at this for the opening mitigations and such. But we'll just overshield stuff, overheal it, just to learn. This is a very much know how to set things up, and then it'll kind of resolve itself. So, with that general, just standing in that location spot, I'm going to give a ready check. We'll just try it out. For everyone else that knows what they're doing.
Okay.
For everyone
Yeah,
else that
where's
knows what
the-
they're doing, go ahead and
Where's
just
the
keep them looking.
WTF dig?
It should be in the
It's the
binder. It's
same-
just, it doesn't have a pretty link. It's just like a line.
2 seconds.
just
I
swap.
needed-
Yeah, if you have the part 1 open, it's got a part 2
it's the
tab in the
strats.
same.
It just says strats,
Mhm.
yeah. I like that because it tells you specifically, as your role, what is your snake prio for resolving all this kind of stuff. We'll talk about that right afterwards. Let's go ahead and try and pull it. I believe he starts with a raid wide and then he does this. Does he do the buster? He does the buster after this. I think after replication one is the
After
buster.
the first mechanic.
Yeah, okay. So we'll just hit the first mechanic wall and then we'll talk about it. I just wanted everyone to see it. I think 8th was the only one that's not ready, but we're good, right? 8th.
Yeah, it's fine.
Let's go ahead and try and pull it to see the start of this. So you should have a set spot or where you begin the mechanic. Raid wide comes out first. I guess for Moon, we'll just have you do the first feint, I guess, because you're DPS 1 on that sheet. Try to follow that.
Should we get into the practice of GCD 1?
Alas, the battle isn't over yet. But don't
We
despair,
should.
champion.
I'll talk about that after. Thank you for reminding me. Raid wide's first. Arcadia Aflame is the name of his raid wide, among others. You can start to pre-position towards your little group spots. If you're melee DPS, you can keep attacking and positionals and whatever for quite some time. Lock in your positions here. Check which debuff you get.
Auto wings for me and fire.
Get behind the boss. They end up splitting up, so there's now 2 fire guys. There are 2 dark guys. And you can just watch the chaos ensue.
You tell me there's one fire guy, one dark guy?
Yep.
You
So
have to watch what attack they're doing. They
yeah,
don't
yeah.
actually
I'll
look different.
I'll explain the rest of it. So in that instance there, what ended up happening is on the Cardinals, 2 of the guys, which are opposite of each other, are going to do an hourglass or a bow tie. They'll go horizontal, they'll go vertical. Basically, we can't get hit by them in the way we start the mechanic because of how they set up. And that's fine. 2 or 1 of the guys, like in this instance, it was I think on A was the fire guy, and on C was the dark guy. They do not look any different. They just do a different thing. So because the dark guy is at C, he's going to target the 2 closest people. Guess who that is? That's the group down here in the south, because this person on 3, and this person that's closer to 3 is also going to get hit. That means 4 players have dark debuff. Those 4 players that have dark debuff cannot get hit by dark again, but they can get hit by fire, which is the next part that we just died to. In the north, on A, he's going to pick the closest person to him and jump to them. It doesn't matter which group, the group that's like in the northeast or the northwest, it's just one of them close people are going to get jumped on. Both of those players in that group are going to get fire. The other group that got hit by nothing, they just pretend that they are fire. Because they are all at least pretending to be fire, they cannot get hit by fire again. They must take the dark attack. The reason that becomes relevant is after he does his little half room kick just to confuse you, is that person that, or that dark clone and that fire clone, along with the other ones, they're irrelevant, are going to duplicate. So there's 2 fire guys, meaning there's a guy that's going to jump on 2 different groups of people with fire. That needs to be both of the dark groups that need to be hit with fire. The people that had the dark the people that had the fire debuff, or were pretending to be fire, they need to get hit by the dark guy, because the dark guy targets the 2 closest people, and now there are 2 dark guys. That means 4 people are going to get hit. So if you have a fire debuff, you can tell yourself, I need to get hit by dark. You can watch the dark guy. You can identify him as the person that is not the fire guy, or you can watch what occurs and, determine who that is. You
It's
should...
very much sensory overload.
It's a lot.
I think
The best...
the hardest part for me was at least learning, especially when you get a no debuff, it's learning which you need to look for.
Your no
So you see
debuff,
the
you
2
pretend you're
clones pop
fire.
up. When the baits come out, if you have trouble finding out which one, the only one that moves is the fire one. So you can kind of orient yourself based on the fire guy, because he jumps to whoever he hits. So he won't be in like his static spawn spot.
Fire guy ends up like on an inner card somewhere. Basically, the way this ends up resolving is that if you got hit by fire in the starting mechanic, or nothing, you want to get hit by dark. If you got hit by dark, you want to get hit by fire. The melees and the tanks will always end up resolving on a cardinal, either 1, 2, 3, 4, and then there'll be like some people in the middle. 2 people are stacked in the middle. The ranged players will always resolve their mechanic on A, B, C, or D. And it is based on which, if you're like looking for the dark guy and the dark guy jumps out here, one of the dark guys that's on the outside, because the other side will be a fire, because they start in cardinals, they end up making an intercard line. It'll be like dark fire, fire, or dark fire, or fire, dark, fire, dark. This dark clone in this intercard is going to attack C and B, so that's where the fire debuff range players want to be. On the other side, if there was a fire guy, like between D and A, I think you want to be on A, so he jumps over to A and attacks you there. It should end up looking something like dark on C and B. There'll be a fire stack in between like 3 and 2 area. There'll be for the melees. The other melees will be on 4 and 1, or the dark attacks as well. And then the fire guy at the far end will be on A, as this example. So it'll end up resolving with dark, fire, dark, fire. The little hourglass people will try to potentially cut into you a little bit. If they end up attacking you, like where you're trying to resolve your mechanic, you just sidestep a little bit. You stay as close as you can to that location. But sometimes they cleave into your area. But it'll all end up fine. All that said, I'm going to do it again. Pay attention to which debuff you have. If you get hit by fire, know that you are dark. Just try to watch where the dark guys go to. If you are hit with dark, you want to get hit by fire. Watch where the fire guys go to. If you can identify that first bit, the rest of this becomes just a snake cryo thing. If you really want to practice... Go ahead.
So this is the best part of the music.
The best part of this fight is music.
Yeah, this song owns, actually. I really like this song.
If you really want to like just practice, one thing you can do is if you find like I need dark and the dark guy goes to the edge of the arena, you can just stand directly underneath him just to make sure that that was the dark character. You'll die, but you'll be able to practice setting that up. I'll try to call out which ones are which, just so you can see it as it happens. We get to our spots. Oh, well. In this instance, fire guy is on D side, dark guy is on B side. So whatever debuff you have, look at the opposite clone, see which one goes to the edge, or in Melee's case, which one comes close.
What the fuck? Where do they go?
This lineup is all the way from the northeast to the southwest. I sort of did live. Remember those guys that can cleave through you at the very beginning? Turns out you do have to sidestep them at the very opening bit, and it would be really bad if you were doing a jump mechanic that, you know, locks your character in place.
It's purely just a react. There's no tell before.
Yeah, you just have to react to it. Thankfully, the mechanic locks in before that, so everything will resolve the same. You might have to last second sidestep. This fight will not be consistent. You will not always have the same GCD. You will not always be dodging the same way. You might always have to move last second. That's just how this fight is. There's like no fun solutions for it. You'll find that out more later. Double check your food though.
Are we supposed to be that low going into that?
Probably not. I don't know if we've looked at all the MIT pieces yet, but we'll do that after we learn it. When we learn it, we'll check those numbers. Run it back. Double check your food too. My food was about to fall a thing we haven't really talked about is you do want to be bursting on 1 here. So if that means something for your job, it's basically you hit the boss and then you throw your buffs. It's important because of how this fight works for the enrage. You don't get a use of 1 minutes at the end if you don't use them early. So you should be basically right now 1 buffs go out.
What?
It is weird. Some classes like Samurai just play normal.
That's like heroics usually.
Something like that. Find your little spots. Starting spots. I gave you a starting spot. Yep.
I start where I please.
Careful of a dodge if you have to do it. Fire guy's on Bravo. Dark guy's on 4.
Yeah, I don't know. I took a 2.1 million damage.
Yeah,
there.
don't worry about it. I'll tell you what happened after.
The Lindworm is creating more of itself.
Watch, we are dark. Technically, we're supposed to be dark. Dark debuff, I should say. I think in that instance, yeah, I'll cover it after this. Tank Buster is a cleave. He turns a random direction, so the party might have to move, and then tanks will go through that on his left and his right. It is a big AoE. You can reset now. Remember I said the starting spots are super, super important? In that instance, Baka and Eighth were the 2 closest people to the D marker. It should have caught Watch. So I think Watch, you would want to be here. I don't know if you caught it or if maybe one of them was also too close. But you want to make sure that in each group you have 1 person close to each of the cardinal markers so that it baits correctly. You ended up taking
What happened
both
to me?
stacks.
You died.
I didn't get to see what
Thank you.
happened to you, but
Because I got hit by top tier slam for 150k, and then I also got hit by a winged scourge. Am I too far over?
my
Like,
guess
should we
is
not be getting hit by those cleaves?
you should not be getting hit by the cleave. If the cleave comes out, you have to sidestep it. You just have to react. There's no
Yeah.
tell or anything like that.
Okay.
What are the tank busters in this fight? And does he only auto one tank at a time?
1 tank gets autoed, and there's dual tank busters every time.
Okay. So Alan is taking all the autos all the time.
Yeah, and I think because Akiko's dead, he wasn't getting cardia bonuses or whatever, but yeah.
I mean, do we have? I'm just wondering if we have any bit for the autos.
No, because I had to kids can sync the first tank buster.
Yeah, I don't know.
When did that come?
It's after the whole mechanic resolves. Try and run it again. We'll see if like when Akiko's alive, if it
We
is
have,
up.
we
Speed
have
spot
like
healing.
we have like what's it called? Sheltron and TBN, right?
Well, I used my mana in my opener. I threw an oblation, but he still needs spot healing. These autos do like 80k unminted, so there's not really
Yeah.
a way around that right now.
Yeah, but I'm saying we still have like tank stuff we can give.
I
He-
gave
he's,
oblation.
he's saying he's given his personal stuff, his single target stuff.
I gave him what I could.
Yeah, these autos chunk. Like it's a lot. Try to run it and we'll see how much it happens. I want to see how much cardio actually impacts it. I haven't personally had time to look at how much tanks are eating, but those like regen cards and stuff or whatever on Astra might be good. Might have to learn what they do.
I don't have regen cards.
Alas, the battle isn't over yet. But don't despair,
I
champion.
have a
Freaking-
regen card.
Yeah, there's like a I don't remember which ones are which, but so as these clones come down, try to lock in that spot where you need to stand. This looks to me pretty good. Moon, you could probably take a little step away from Alan to make it a little more obvious, but that'll be good. Yep, that's good. Behind the boss, behind the boss. Fire guy is on Delta side. Dark guy's at Bravo side. You want to get the opposite debuff. Resolution. Boom. Tank Buster. Tank Buster will be at this location. Watch the way he turns. Get behind him again. Behind him. Tanks go through. First and second aggro. Get wrecked. And we'll reset and redo it. Looking better. In terms of while we've seen it a little bit, I'll just say it, but if you can follow your clone, ranged are always looking for whatever clone you're trying to find, fire or dark, to be opposite of what you had. Or in the instance of not having any debuff, remember you pretend you're fire and you look for the dark guy. You have to find the one on the outside edge of the arena. From there, once you know that, hey, my clone is this guy over here, then you do the snake prio. Healers and tanks will start at, I guess for range, you start at A if you're a healer. And you would go clockwise to B, and then you would see, okay, well, my safe spot needs to be the B spot to resolve this guy down here in the southeast. The range player, if his range or caster, will do the opposite. They'll start northwest, that location, and head counterclockwise. That makes C their safe spot for the dark. For fire, I believe you just do the same priority, but for the healer location, so you just start A and go clockwise, because the fire one you take together. So if you are looking to find the fire one on the outside and the fire one was over here, you would take both of those players at B. And it'll end up being your buddy that you started with. I'll ask for a ready check. In your location where you resolve it, there's a chance those little bow ties or hourglasses try to kill you again. If they do, sidestep to the safest location possible, and it'll be fine. But you might have to react quickly. If you still want to just kind of learn through it, finding what clone you need to go to and just standing directly underneath them will resolve the mechanic. You'll kill yourself, but it should resolve the mechanic for you. And that's a good way to learn it. That way you know I was correct with following the clone with my eyes. Let us know when you're good. Try it.
Alas, the battle isn't over yet. But don't despair, champion.
Find your spot, lock it in. Look to adjust if you need to. Fire guys in south, behind the boss, by the way. It's gonna kick. Big kick. Fire guys in the south. Dark guys in the north.
The Lindworm is creating more of itself.
Watch where they go. Resolution. Tank Buster. Watch where he turns. Get behind him. Behind him. Tanks are going through the boss. Tanks go through the boss. And when you end up going through the boss, I don't know how you guys want to work it out. You can do it as one person's on the right side of the boss, one's on the left side of the boss. But it is a
How does
big.
the Tank Buster work?
It's a pretty big
'Cause
area.
I have no idea.
So the boss is going to target us with that 2-person. We'll both soak that together. right after that 2-person, he's going to face a random player. He might not change directions, so it'll look a little bit deceptive. But after that second cleave that's facing towards the random player that everyone is dodging behind, we will dodge through that. And we do have substantially large AoEs on us, so we kind of want to just dodge through and then out. And if we want to set a prio, I'll just generally take relative right of where he's facing. And yeah.
Are we talking? What's her damn name? The first fight of the tier. Her increase
It's a
size-
little smaller. It's about the sec.
It's not that big at all. You can probably max melee it if the party's just not like.
We would have to be max melee south for you to be max melee north. So for
No,
now,
yeah.
it'd be like a hit the boss, walk out, and then when we're good at this, we can find the angle.
Yeah,
Okay.
just respect it. Yeah.
Yeah, you probably go like halfway out to the arena. You don't have to go like that crazy, but like halfway out's pretty good. Here we go. Countdown. You can start in melee range of the boss, by the way. You didn't know that. Remember bursting early?
Alas, the battle isn't over yet. But don't despair, champion.
Get to your spots. Behind the boss, behind the boss. Fire is at Bravo side. Dark is at Delta side. Remember to get the opposite debuff. Here comes the resolution. This would be the Buster. You should be able to practice this here, as long as you have it involved. Behind the boss, and then Alan will go through the boss. Through the boss.
Go together, Alan.
Yeah, and I guess technically if a tank's dead, then second aggro will get the other one. So when I say behind the boss too, the snake and kick, it is his like actual flanks and in front of him. It's a half room like cleave, so you can technically be like in his hitbox, not his butt. If you're like the party, you probably want to go like far back so that you can get away from what'll be the tank busters. But for tanks, you can just kind of hang out like on his little side flanks and then walk through.
Yeah, how do you tell the dark and the fires?
When
The
you
initial attack that the clones do, the
Yes.
fire one will jump to a buddy group. So let's say I'm southeast, which I'm not usually. If me and my buddy southeast get jumped on by the fire guy, you will know that fire is over here because the clone, let's say the clone started at C, the clone will have moved to the fire guy. The other clone does not move. So if you see an offset clone, you know that's fire. And the clone that hasn't moved is going to be dark always.
But there's also like 3 clones that.
So
just don't do
when I'm calling
close
which
don't
one's
matter.
which, I'm telling you after the kick that the
Yeah,
fire guy.
I cannot process what you're saying.
Yeah. I'm letting you know what I was calling, so that you know what you can look for. So when I'm calling which one was fire, which one is dark, I'm saying it so that you can say, okay, I was hit with fire. I need to be dark. I need to get hit by dark next because I got hit by
It'd
fire.
be way more useful to say like where they jump to, but I know you can't do that.
Well, that is kind of what I'm saying. When I say that, fire guy, right? Let's in this example, if you got hit with fire, and I'm saying fire is C, dark is A. When I'm saying that, you should say I need dark. You should look at the guy A. He splits into 2, right? I'm gonna take away some of the markers just so I can be really clear with them. So let's just say like dark is this red, which is counterintuitive because then fire is the blue, right? That's where they jump to here. When they split up, they're making two versions of themselves, right? They will line up in an intercardinal, like a line. So it looks something like this. It'll be like fire guy, followed by dark guy, followed by fire guy, followed by dark guy. They move. So if you're looking at the dark guys, actually I did that backwards. Sorry, dark is red in this example. So dark, fire, dark, and then fire at 3. If you were looking for dark as a range player, you have 2 clones. They're gonna just jump to A and 1. The only one you care about is the one that touches the edge of the arena. As a ranged player, I always only care about the ones at the outside. As a melee and as a tank, I only care about the ones that are basically at the ring of the boss. So for you, as a dark player, or as a player who got hit by fire and I'm looking for dark, it moves to A is the one. The all other dark guys here at 1. That's the one the melees are going to use. The A is where you will do your resolution from. So as dark, because he hits 2 close people, you're going to go to what will be the A marker and the D marker to resolve that. The healer's at A.
Resolves with a buddy. Fire, you are always spread from your buddy.
Yeah, because if
And
you
that's
get
what the
hit
snake
by
cry is
fire, you're
for.
going to spread for dark. If
Snake
you got
cryo
hit by
is
dark, you're going to
purely
take it with fire together.
for the fire people.
If you're learning it, and this is what I would actually recommend.
Let's just see it.
Yeah, what I would recommend is if you know, like for example, I was hit by dark, whatever, and I need to find the fire guy on the outside. If you want to just go and stand underneath it to make sure that hey, this was the fire guy, it will target you because you're the closest person, and you can see that hey, this was a fire puddle, whatever. You'll die, but you can confirm that you were correct in following it with your eyes by doing that, and it won't kill anyone else. So if you want to just do that to like for the prog's sake to understand it, just go and stand directly under your guy. You'll kill yourself, but you can confirm to yourself that you know how they're moving. I can't call the inner cards because there's like dark and fire in both sides.
Yeah, that would just be.
It's too much.
That's the individual responsibility part of the mechanic.
When I ready
Just
check
seeing
us.
what's what I said.
Yeah. I just want to make sure we're all on that same page for how to.
So, there are 4 clones. How are we supposed to know which 2 we need to go to? Like that's the part that I don't get.
Okay, so let me explain this really fast. Let's say you are dark, fire clone jumped over to someone, your dark clone is down here. D for dark. If you got hit by fire because that fire clone just jumped to A, that's Moon and Alan, you know you are fire. You want to get hit by dark clone. You are not caring about the clone that's at A anymore. You are looking at this clone. This is your baby for the rest of the mechanic. This clone is going to jump somewhere. I don't know where. You keep track of it. He will split into 2. And then the clones are going... You'll see a billion other clones spawn. You don't care. You care about these 2. These clones will jump to different areas. One will be farther away. Let's say this one jumps over here. The other one will be opposite over here. You're using your snake prio to... As a support, you are starting looking directly north, going clockwise until your safe spot, which I'm going to have to reset the markers.
Will
It's
always
super
be on
easy.
a marker.
It will always be on a numbered marker for melee, unless you are dark debuff where you sit AFK in the middle, so you get the lucky draw. But if your clone is here, as a support, your prio is north, you're like, oh, easy baby pattern, I get to stay at 1, and then you'll see cleaves show up, you micro adjust, and you just stay close to D, and your melee partner, Moon, is going to be over at 2.
Okay, when the clones originally spawned before they hit anyone at all, are
Yep.
there 4?
Yes.
There are 2.
There's 4.
but
2
of
that
them
do the
are doing
mechanic.
Then how do you know which one is the dark one? The fire one moves. Okay, fine. How do you know which one is the
Opposite of
dark one?
fire. Opposite of fire is always dark.
You just check what you get hit by,
Okay.
effectively.
That
They will be
that's all
opposites. Yeah.
okay.
Perfect.
So it's always opposite of the fire one.
Yes.
Okay.
And I will also try to reiterate that after his snake kick of which one is dark, which one's fire, in case you ever got lost. in the dodging the snake kick. So you know which one's which, and then from there you have to figure out which one you need to watch. Which one is, as Watch puts it, your baby. The only one you care about. Remember to burst early.
Alas, the battle isn't over yet. But don't despair, champion.
Set up in your spots. Micro adjustments if you need to. Behind the boss. Get behind the boss. The fire guy is at 1 here. The dark guy is in C.
The Lindworm is creating more of itself.
Here comes the resolution. And we can reset this guy.
Why did I take 2.5 million damage?
You probably got hit by the
'Cause
kick
if someone
or at the
mispositions,
very end.
You're gonna get someone else's buff, and that's basically an insta kill if you get double buffed. So if someone mispositions, you lose.
Give
Is
me
there
a
a difference
second
between-
before we go again.
This is a body check. If everyone's in
I
their correct
noticed
location,
people in
everyone
the-
gets hit correctly. If not, you get
I
double.
noticed people in the.
Good.
I noticed people in the middle. Is that
Those are dark melees, and they will be the only people middle.
okay? So no range, no support should be in the direct center.
Range and sports are
Range
always
are
at the
always
wall.
resolving on a letter. Range will always resolve on a letter. Dark will always resolve with a buddy. And fire will always resolve spread. And that's the fires are the ones that need to care about the snake prio, where the supports look north clockwise. But
Okay.
yeah, the dark melees are always going to be middle. For uptime, even though I think you can get uptime if you do it the intended way, but it's just kind of 50% brain off.
Is there a different name for the attack between the fire and the dark?
Well, I wouldn't use that because if you don't get hit by anything, you won't see a name. You should, after the snake kick, if you didn't look at the ground, because the ground is colored, right? It's going to be a big black explosion, or it's going to be fire on the ground. You're going to have a guy standing over top of you. You'll have a
I
debuff after the
feel
snake
like-
kick.
Fire might be the top tier slam, and then dark might be mighty magic. But I can't 100% confirm that because
I think top tier slam's correct.
I
for
needed fire. I got hit by fire. It was top tier slam.
Can we just see more
and
reps?
then-
Like,
We're waiting on 8th. We're waiting on 8th.
I do have one question, something I was trying to look up myself. If I'm fire outer, like I need to get hit by the fire guy, and I track him successfully, like that while he was between A and B, as the ranged that's supposed to be stacking with Baka, are we on A or B?
You follow the support's priority, which is A.
Supports brow? Okay.
Yeah,
So I
supports
was
are
on the
supports are always
Okay,
doing
there you go.
the same thing for their priority, regardless of if it's fire or dark that they're trying to
Okay,
grab.
works for me.
Run it back. We have 23 odd minutes for some reps on this thing, and then we'll have to re-instance.
Just got a reminder why I hate door bosses.
Yeah. Don't forget to early buff.
Alas, the battle isn't over yet. But don't despair, champion.
spots. Micro adjustment if you need to. Behind the boss. Behind the boss. Fire guys at 4. Dark guys at 2-ish.
The Lindworm is creating more of itself!
Here's the resolution. Tank Buster. Behind the boss. Behind him.
They're up! What fighting spirit!
And go reset.
And they're back in action! Can they turn the tide?
Don't forget early buffs.
Alas, the battle isn't over yet. But don't despair, champion!
Lock in your spot. Micro adjustment if you need to. Behind the boss. Behind the boss. Fire guy's at 3. Dark guy is at A. Find what you need. Watch your clone.
The Lindworm is creating more of itself!
Here's resolution. Micro adjustment if you need to. Tank Buster. Behind the boss.
And they're back in action! Can they turn the tide?
Busters. And reset. Just keep trying to run it out. Make our little improvements. We're watching which guy we're watching. We'll just keep running pulls. If at any point you need to stop to look at something, just type it in the party chat or let me know. Don't forget early buffs.
You say type it in the party chat like you read that.
Alas, the
Oh,
battle
that's for
isn't
the
over
person
yet.
pulling.
But don't despair,
Alan will read it. Find your pre-positioned spots. Micro adjustment if you need to. Behind the boss. Behind the boss. Fire clone is in the north. Dark clone is in the south. Figure out which one you need and watch them split. See where they go.
Lindworm is creating more of itself!
Here's resolution. Actually, based on what I had, I can tell you where everything was.
No, they've been felled with
So,
a vengeance.
range dark clone was between B and C. So, it should have been people that had fire debuff at B and C. That means fire clone for range was on the other side of the arena, in the northwest. Dark melees would have been at 1 and 4.
Yeah, so healers are on the basically
Start
left
it.
of the boss.
Start at A and do the snake prio. Like you go clockwise. Snake prio.
Yeah, so healers are always on the left, and then range.
I
range are always
think
on the right.
that's true because you're on cardinals, or on inner cards for this. Resolving on cardinal. I think that's always true.
Yeah, it's always true. I'm pretty sure.
There's a weird instance where if it was at A, it wouldn't be true,
Oh, yeah.
but
If it's at northwest, it would be different.
yeah, if it was in northwest, you'd be at A actually. That's the caveat one.
Because it go north. No. Go. Hold on. How does Fizz range resolve it?
Fizz range looks at northwest and goes counterclockwise. Supports will start at A and go
Yeah,
clockwise to find
so
it.
in that case, Fizz range would still be north. Because I would go north and go clockwise until I hit the first marker, right?
Wait,
So what
that
happens-
includes A. So if it was in the northwest and you're trying to take a spread, you would be at A,
You're
which
A
is
clockwise, Fizz range is D counterclockwise.
I guess you could say D counterclockwise, yeah. Yeah, that's the one that's kind of goofy. Run it back. At the end of all those mechanics, if there's like enough people on the ground that we can't keep going, I will try to tell everyone where each clone was so that when you're on the ground, you can see relatively how close you were. Unless I mess up.
Alas, the battle isn't over yet. But don't despair, champion.
Find your anchor spots. Micro adjustment if you need to. Snake and kick behind the boss. Behind the boss. Fire guys in the south, dark guys in the north. Find out which one you need.
The Lindworm is creating more of itself.
There's resolution. Mostly good. Behind the boss.
They're up. What fighting spirit?
For the vibes, we'll see this out. This is a lot of downtime. Tank's taking
And they're back in
freaking heavy
action.
autos
Can
though,
they
so
turn the
careful of that.
tide?
You don't need to know how this works. You're gonna get tethered to one of your clones, the one that looks like you. Just go stand next to it. It is important that you know which one you are. The next bit will be just for PvP for fun. 6 guys are gonna show up with tethers. You can have multiple tethers. For right now, just see how they work, how you grab the tethers. There is a tether on the boss in the middle. They lock in right now. This is the mechanic that no one's going to really know how to do, but just pretend that you did. And then a bunch of stuff resolves. We'll deal with that another time. Try that first one again. When you're ready. 14 minutes in the instance. Thinking, based on the time that we're gonna have, we might just study the rest of this. We're only gonna have enough time to like clear the fight and then not do anything.
But don't despair, champion.
We'll see how much time.
Move up.
Yeah. Burst on 2. Lock in your anchor spots. Micro adjustment if you need to. Behind the kick. Snaking kick behind the boss. The fire guy is at east side by 2. Dark guy is by delta. Check which one you need. Watch where they go. There's resolution. In this instance, fire was between 1 and 2. Dark range was between A and B. Dark melee was between 3 and 4. And fire range was between C and D. So fire range would have been at C. Like Moon, you would have been at E4 marker. I saw 2 people at A and B, so that I'm going to assume was correct. Run it back.
Alas, the battle isn't over yet. But don't despair, champion.
Lock in your spots. Behind the boss. Behind the boss. Fire guy is at Bravo side. Delta side is the dark boss. Find which one you need. Watch where they go. Resolution. Tank Buster. I'm gonna assume is mostly correct. I think Moon. Find the boss. Find the boss. Tanks through. Tanks through. Give him space. Nice. I think Moon was good. He just got hit by the little bow tie, I'm assuming.
No, the fire. There was nobody. No second.
Oh, was there
fire.
no? There's no second fire. Okay. Okay. Okay.
You should have been at A.
We can look at it after.
Some curious props of
It includes it. It includes A though.
possibly be.
Match your tether. Just match it. The way this is going to resolve is one person is going to get a boss tether. There'll be a group for grabbing these cleaves. So these little triangles are cleaves. The 4s here are stacks. The circles here are defamations. Based on where your clone was, you will end up taking one of those. So everyone will end up with 1 tether, except for one person who will end up with nothing. The rest of this resolves based on where your the rest of this resolves based on where your clone was in that lineup. So you have to learn all of the baits. Either a simulating group 1, simulating group 2, there's a cleave, there's a defamation, there's a stack person. There's a person that baits the boss.
Everything went off at the exact same time, but that mechanic is deceptively simple.
Yeah, everything will resolve in a way that you don't see as much on the screen. But let's keep getting pulls on this first mechanic.
Like a fairly
A simple job, yeah. Just I know since
Did you
everyone's
all
not
see
looked
me
at
like
it.
go south there and then AFK? I did job good.
You were C do nothing.
I literally just stand there watching
The
and
battle isn't
everyone
over
got
yet. But don't despair, champion.
Yeah, if you get hit by defamation, you get launched off the screen, which is pretty cool.
It was pretty funny.
Lock in your spot. Micro adjustment if you need. Behind the boss. Fire guys at 4. Dark guys at Bravo. Check what you need. Follow the clones.
Creating more of itself.
Resolution. Tank Buster. It's always pointed north, no matter where the boss is looking right now. And then watch where the boss turns. He did not turn. Find him, find him. Tanks through, tanks through.
And they're back in action. Can they turn the tide?
I think we wipe this. Let's wipe this now. I want to see if we can get 2 or 3 pulls on the first mechanic in our time that we have left, because not everyone knows this next bit. It's not worth explaining it. Based on our time left in raid, we'll run this timer out, and then we'll double back on any questions and stuff for studying, because we're not going to have time to, like, do the first fight again.
Alas, the battle isn't over yet. But don't despair, champion.
Lock in your spots. Micro adjust if you need to. Behind the boss. Behind the boss. Fire guys in the south. Dark guys in the north. Figure out what you need and follow them.
The Lindworm is creating more of itself.
Resolution. Let's reset here. I want to just keep doing that first bit. I think Tank Buster's good.
And they're down. Can they recover from this?
In that particular instance, I believe, let me figure out where that was. Dark guy was, let's see, fire was, for ranged, was southeast. And then dark guy for melee is here.
Definitely
And
saw that wrong.
fire melee was between 1 and 4. Dark fire was A and D.
Wait, fire was southeast, right? I was at B and I didn't get anything.
If you were at B for ranged fire, you were correct. It might have got
but I
baited on.
didn't
It would get baited on someone else if they were accidentally closer.
Do I need to be closer? I'm slightly
You,
closer.
if you were on B, you're fine. Someone else
I think it was just
probably
wrong
was in the
placement.
wrong spot and they stole it from you. Is basically what happened.
That's it.
Yeah, it's really hard to interpret what went wrong. But go ahead and pull again. It's one of those like, confirm you were in the right spot. If so, it should have been fine. But you can't confirm like everything unless you really look at like a replay. Because anyone else can steal something and then it gets really hairy.
Alas, the battle isn't over yet. But don't despair, champion.
Lock in your spots. Micro adjust if you need to. Get behind the boss. Behind the boss. The fire guy is in the south. The dark guy is in the north. Figure out what you need. Watch where they go.
The Lindworm is creating more of itself.
Here's the resolution. We can reset. Go ahead and reset. That instance had the
And they're down.
fire guy
Can they
was
recover from this?
B and C, I think. for ranged, and then dark was also southwest for
I think the problem with the red mage
Whatever.
and the wall.
oh, that will kill you. I think this arena is good for backflipping if you're on the ring of the boss when he's dead center. Otherwise, I think it reaches the end and you kill yourself. I actually haven't really tested it that much.
Alas, the battle isn't over yet. But don't despair, champion.
Lock in your spots. Micro adjust if you need to. Behind the boss, behind the boss. Fire guy's in the north, dark guy is in the south. Find who you need. Watch where they go.
The Lindworm is creating all of itself.
Resolution. Go ahead and reset. We should be able to get one more, and then we'll just run out the timer.
Down. Can they recover from this?
That should have been dark for ranged was D and C. Fire guys were in between 4 and 3. Dark melees were 1 and 2. Fire stack for range would have been an A, because he was between A and B.
They're always the opposite, right? Like fire and dark.
It always goes dark fire,
No, I'm
or however you look. And
Fire
they're-
Yes,
north,
Baka.
dark is always south. Yes. Okay.
oh, opposite at the beginning. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. And then when they do the lineup, it's one big line across an undercard.
Alas, the battle isn't over yet. But don't despair, champion.
We'll just ride this one all the way out until the timer goes. Should be able to resolve the mechanic at least. First. Lock in your spots. Micro adjust if you need to. Behind the boss. Get behind the boss. Fire guys in the south. That means the dark guys in the north. Find out who you need. Follow them.
The Lindworm is creating all of itself.
Resolution. Clean. Tank busters at A. You can always head behind the boss, or C. The rest of the party. Look where he turns. Get behind him. Get behind him. Tanks will go through.
Been felled with a vengeance.
Moon. Yep. Yeah. I jumped out as well. And yeah,
And they're down.
timer's
Can
just
they
gonna run out.
recover from this?
How come I didn't get the fire stack that time? But nobody died.
You should have been hit by something.
Baka and I were both on B. We were supposed to bait fire there because it was southeast. We didn't get hit. Yet somehow
Okay.
nobody died.
There's a way that can happen, but it would have to be so wrong that it actually fixed it.
Augers.
If the people that had no debuff, they can take whatever they want. But no, I guess it should still kill someone. You can look back at it.
People with no debuff need to take the dark.
They should be taking dark, but they could have stolen your fire and lived because they don't have a debuff. That's what I was saying. I don't know how you would resolve the other darks though.
But like
so.
we would have needed to take a dark though instead. Wait,
Yeah.
Shut up. I don't know.
Basically, you should have been hit by someone.
Actually, you are right. Yeah, we were wrong.
We were.
Yeah, because we got targeted by nothing, which means technically we should have been fire, which means we needed to do dark, right?
No, I got targeted by dark.
Did we? I
Didn't I?
don't think we did.
I had a dark debuff on me, yeah.
Gonna do something really meta here.
Did we get targeted by dark? I've already forgotten. Point is,
How do I? 1 second. I'm gonna do something really meta where I watch my own stream. There's not enough time to go back in the instance, clear the first fight, and then make any use of that. So I think what is best is I'm gonna share my screen. I'm just gonna double cover what we were just looking at, and we can look at the example of basically what we just did.
That very last pull, you did have dark.
oh, so we did do it right. Heh.
It looks like our guy went on watch somehow.
Do you have Living Dead active there, Watch?
Like, did I use it?
Did you do it for the resolution of that mechanic?
No.
No.
So
Why did-
somehow watch has both 24 seconds dark debuff and 24 seconds fire debuff at the same time. Everybody
Doesn't
else
like
has
that.
it. Like this I don't think
Sure, we
I don't think
can
this should
look at it. I'm sharing my screen. Is that right? You can see the recording.
That fire was a fire resistance down.
yeah, but see everybody else has 24 and 2. 24 seconds and 2
Yeah,
seconds.
let me show you it here. We can just watch it.
Let's see.
So in this instance, right, we set up our normal beginning of the mechanic. I'm gonna show you it from my perspective, right? So you might look at different things, you know, based on if you're a ranged player or whatnot. But effectively, the way I'm calling this is that you make a micro adjustment here if you need to. We did not have to. These people got hit with fire. These people got hit with dark. Watch and I got hit by nothing, so we are pretending that we got hit with fire, so we want dark. Boss turns, he looks at me, we get behind the boss. At this time, I know this is the fire guy because he's off positioned from the cardinal. So I'm saying fire is south, dark is north. Find what you need. I know since I have done nothing, I'm pretending to be a fire. I need this guy. So you'll watch me as this goes off. I'll stare at this guy because I only want these two. So I'm doing my little true north, whatever. I'm not caring about any positionals. I'm watching them. I know that they went dark up here and dark down here. I care about the ones on the inside. So I'm looking at this guy. I go from northwest counterclockwise. So D is my spot. Watch is my buddy. He's going to go from A down to 2. So Watch and I will end up in these locations. Because this is dark, like I know this is dark guy and this is the fire guy by proxy. On the other side of this dark guy will always be a fire guy. On the other side of this guy will be the dark. So this should have a single ranged up here. The fire stack should be at Bravo, because this is the fire guy and you would be there. The 2 melees will be underneath the boss because you're baiting this fire guy, right? So when this goes off, I see Akiko up here. I see Alice here, which is correct. You should have a fire debuff. That is correct. I see Moon and Alan, so they are getting the fire. That should be good. I see Watch myself. That should be good. Watch will take a little side step in because he's getting attacked by that guy, which is fine.
Looks like I took your bait. You guys didn't get hit.
Yeah.
So I think when you need to cheat closer to.
I did cheat closer.
I don't know if a non-tank survives.
I
that.
think so there's a way to make it easier. With these markers, for you Watch, you see where I am? How I'm like not on the marker, but I'm cheating in. I think that will always make this safer with this particular marker set. Because you can see even here, you'll have to cheat in. And for me, if I got crossed from the side, my safe spot's like right here anyway. That would make you further from these. And then for these guys, obviously, if you were cheating a little bit, which, I mean, based on where you were, like Baka was pretty close, Eighth was there, it would have baited correctly in that way. We did resolve this correct. It just kind of got lucky that it didn't kill Watch for some reason.
I think it's because I'm a tank, but also like
You were also not picked by anything else because you were non-marked.
Yeah, so there's...
You could afford to get hit by both.
Oh, that's what it is. Yeah. He was the
But
also
like, I don't know how you want
Should
me
be
to
on
draw.
this should also be on the far corner of the marker. Right.
In which one? Who?
For you, like you and Watch, right, or whoever's getting the inner dark.
Yeah.
Base.
I don't.
On Raveland it says be on the far corner. Well, I don't know. I've seen people on the far corner in those clear VODs.
It might be the markers themselves. With this particular marker set, your safest spot is like a step in towards the boss from that marker. Because that would put Watch there. That would put me here.
It says, yeah.
It's close to this guy. You could go here. Yeah.
Stand on corner closest to boss and away from clone is what it says on the.
Yeah.
DIG.
The reason they do that, I'll show you. I might be able to find the exact example. I need to
post in general what my safe spot looked like, but I don't have a lot of wiggle room to move further in or out.
Yeah. Second picture.
I think I just was a tiny bit closer than the range bait.
Yeah, so that spot that you're posting there, that's where you resolved because you sidestepped, but I think the fire bait locked in on you when you were like towards the center of the marker. Whereas if you had started like say where I was, which is the same spot you are in that screenshot, if you had started there, I think you would have been further from the fire guy than Bach, who should have picked it up, right?
So.
We did live because we had nothing, but if we had been hit with fire at the beginning, then that wouldn't have resolved correctly. It's one of those things that I'm not exactly sure, like, the math of who's closest, but in terms of the corner bit, it would actually, yeah, no, that's right, because yeah, what Moon's saying is your corner would be that how do I say this? I'm gonna go back to it.
It'll make you further from the.
Yeah, Chase was saying the same thing. I just read my chat. Where is it? So in this instance, if I was actually right here, I am still closest to this guy, so I pick up the dark. If you would have been on the farthest corner from the boss, that would put you further away from this fire guy. So that I think it would be smart then, if this is the dark guy that we're baiting, we take the closest to the boss but furthest from your dark clone. So this corner is the safest place for you to be. And in your case, it would have been this northern part of 2.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if it's going to be 100% consistent if the cleaves aren't.
The cleaves?
Like, if the cleaves are horizontal, then I don't know what it does to your corner spot.
From every iteration that I've seen, this makes you actually safer from the cleaves.
Yeah, I'll make sure I cheat further over as well, since it doesn't really matter what I'm doing.
Yeah. But I think that would actually make it safest. This melee should adjust this bit. There was a I'm not gonna be able to find the exact thing, but somewhere along the lines, if these were horizontal, it ends up making it so my safe spot is actually really close to here anyway. So that would apply for what Moon said for melees and tanks. That will help fix what happened with the range there. Cool. Oh, it's fun because Chase is in the chat, so you can actually read the chat because it's still live. We've had a couple other examples. I don't know if they're super relevant to everything. I'm just gonna kind of play them all out, but here is an instance where these are fire, these are dark.
One time
we get behind the boss. I am nothing. I'm looking at the dark guy because I'm pretending to be fire. This is my dark guy. This is the same pull. Base. This is the same pull. Never mind. Anyway, the same rule applies. I'm looking for my dark guy. He's between 2 and 3. That'd be my priority. I should be on this corner. And then that would bait these correctly. And then the double store bay. Does anyone want to look at any particular pull of any kind?
There's one where I think Alan and I both. I hadn't really looked at it, but we were both. We
have an idea.
We were both in the center. Let me see. I took a clip of it, but let me look at the time.
If you have a time too, I have my local time here. I can
Yeah,
match
let
it.
me find that really quick.
Otherwise, I can skim around.
10:57 Eastern time.
Do this pull then. This is the starting of it. So in this instance, resolution, same as what we just had. So there's dark, 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 fire, fire, and then Watch and I are pretending to be getting hit by fire, so we were looking at dark. Snaking kick points north. Get behind it. Afterwards, figure out where you were looking. This guy is the fire guy. This guy's the dark guy. I'm looking at dark guy. I'm looking at these two. Based on where they go, this is the exact same lineup that we just had, that we just died to. So in this instance, Watch and I would be doing that same thing. I should actually be right here. Watch should be on that little corner. You guys are in the middle. We should have someone at D and at A, and then the fire stack is down here, so that should be at B. Based on the debuff, Spaka and 8th are dark, so they need to get hit by fire. They are at B, which looks good. I see Alice is down here at south, so she's fading nothing, it looks like. So that dark that was supposed to be over here jumped on you guys as well. So you ended up taking both fire and dark. And then Akiko would have been A. I don't know where she was, but she's right here now. So you probably just got hit by both. It is possible to steal two things if, like, someone's on the other end of the arena. This is why we're learning it.
I just don't know, because I don't know what other people have to do, so I don't know what happens when
Yeah.
something like that happens. I was just curious.
You just got hit by one of the dark ones. I mean, one shot. It does like 2 million damage or something. For that. The only last thing I want to leave you guys with for the last 3 minutes or so is, from what I've seen, this is the WTF dig. This is extremely hard to read if you don't know what's happening. I would not use this as a resource to learn. I would use this as a resource to review or watch a clear with if you know what is happening. Because for this, like, what this tells you is where you start. This tells you, generally speaking, an example of, at least for, this is for me. I'm going to go to like a, I don't know, a healer 2 orientation, right? But this tells you, like, here's the priority system. As a healer 2, I'm looking at A and going around, or if it's a dark or if it's for fire. This is the fire, or if I have dark debuff, I'm looking for fire. This tells you, like, the priority that you would use for sorting those. Doesn't explain much on how to do it. To figure out how to do the mechanic, there is this, the M12S modified, the paste bin, that actually has the like step-by-step in a raid plan, I think, and I'm double checking. There's a paste bin of greater details that's in the M12S binder. I would use that to read like the specifics. In terms of videos, Watch posted one that goes through a guide. That's one I have not seen. There are a few resources out there. They're very long to get through. I think from tomorrow's perspective, because we are running tomorrow, what I would aim to do is learn how to do Replication 1, which we basically kind of have down. Learn Replication 2. This matters based on where all the clones spawn. We are doing specifically this clone zone Caro for Rep 2. It is the default if you select Strat NA modified. This will tell you how to do it. How this all resolves is, majorly speaking, the same. You just need to know what you are doing as your role for it. I will be, to the best of my ability, available before raid, but I'm doing Unreal ahead of it, so you might catch me for like 10, 20 minutes ahead of raid if you need to ask any questions. Otherwise, we'll try and hit this mechanic tomorrow. Super Chain's really easy. I would recommend learning it as well. We'll do Idyllic another time. Sound good? Any questions, comments?
Idyllic is not in our expectations. Is it okay to PF?
The general idea is we would wait, but based on our prog, I don't think it's gonna happen. Would we? I guess as a group, since based on where our prog point is now, I think we would be fine if we open PF. Is that fair? Oh.
Absolutely.
We'll open up PF, I guess, if you are looking to try to grab that clear between now and tomorrow. Then other than that, I'll probably run on the weekend if anyone is feeling zesty. That's it. GG's.
GG.
GG's, lads.
Yeah.
GG's.